boys and girls, welcome to the Bricktown Athletic Center. Most of you are wearing masks, but please put your mask on. We appreciate that very much. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. Our Andrew will come up there.
It's a Saturday night in Three Hills, Alberta. Welcome to PAC Futsal. Dan and Brad with you at the Scorers table here, live streaming. It's not hockey night in Canada. It's futsal night in Three Hills, Alberta. And tonight, it's the women's championship match. Big trophies in store, and we're going to also pick the MVP of each team as well. So it's Burman with Jackie McCarty. And Kiana Kapianik, she's from Oshawa. Rishana Walters from Lacombe. Tatenda Jura from Vancouver. Jacqueline Russell from Abbotsford, BC. Helen Odong from Vancouver. Emma Gerdarian from Regina. Nakomi Akanomi from Toronto. Ashley Cowley from the U.S. Easton, Maine. Don't they make the hockey sticks down there, Brad? Easton, Maine. And the keeper is Danelia Frey, take that. And she's from Cortes, Ontario. Tyler Ferguson is the manager, or the coach of the team. And Stephanie Ferguson is the co-coach for this team. And on the floor right now, Pontes, Murdoch, Penner, and that's Giesbrecht. And Nazanin is tending the goal as Esther Bausma. They adopted a newborn at birth, bless them. And so, of course, Esther is there with a little newborn baby as of yesterday morning. So we are set to go in the women's match. 25 minutes first half. And Burman control. "25-minute half, and they do not stop time except for injury timeouts or maybe a coach's timeout from time to time. As Murdoch trying to chase the ball down the floor and out of bounds, as the Pilots defending the west end of the Ardac, and at the east end, the Burman University Bobcats. They're out of Lacombe, just a little bit north and east of Lacombe at Burman University. Burman with the kick in now. Pontes almost had a chance. Pilots will bring it in. That's Penner, the captain. Danny puts it back to Giesbrecht. That was blocked in front. There's now Murdoch. Secures the ball, then it's taken away, and we have a foul at half court, or center court, I should say. So the Pilots are given their first foul. So Burman, number 3, with a long shot. That goes by everybody. That's Jackie McCarty. Looks like it, they say it went off one of the Pilots before it went out of bounds, so it'll be a corner. There's the kick in. And it stays with Burman. McCarty, that's a long shot. Go! And that just tipped over the net on the first close-in chance now for Burman. And you're watching it on Prairie Pilots TV. Make that YouTube, I should say, Prairie Pilots YouTube. And of course, you can phone a friend. Oh, what a stop in front by the defense. And Nazanin clears it away. Big chance there for Burman to open up the scoring, but it's still scoreless at 0. There's the shot. Score! As McCarty gets the first goal of the game. And Burman were buzzing around the net. And we have our first goal. So it didn't take the Burman University much time to get that first goal. There's a pass up to Odong. And we have Pontes with it. Pontes, he's running to. And now here's Murdoch. Oh, and Pontes was knocked down. And Murdoch had a chance to get in behind the defenders. And so here comes Danny Penner with the direct. Will she put it right on? Will she? Oh, and just missed it. Very close to that left post.
Looked like the goalie just was able to get her foot on it as it was headed to that corner. And almost the last play there, almost a disadvantage. Pontes put it through, and Murdoch had a chance to kind of in on her alone. But yeah, good chance there for the Pilots.
Here's an Pontes. Oh, she hit the side of the net with it. So it'll be a Burman ball. Just underway here in the first half. Burman with the first goal. Now Pontes with the steal. Well, she tried to put it through to Murdoch, but she couldn't control it before it went out of bounds. There's a long pass down, but cut off by Giesbrecht, and Molly Murdoch is back to push it now. Pontes. Here's Pontes trying to get to it, and it's all the way down into the Pilots' end of the floor. And it's going to be Burman ball. This is the women's championship match. A big trophy awaits the winner here. There's Burman trying to get a shot. Nice work there by Giesbrecht to knock it away and bring it out here to the scorer's table. It's Guderian with the inbounds to number 22. And that is... can't be number 22 unless... I don't see number 22 on the score sheet here, but 23. It must be 23. Well, anyway, Guderian, there's right in front. Goal for Burman. So the Pilots have dug themselves a bit of a hole here. And they trail 2-0 early in the first half. Penner controls. Puts it on the right wing to Pontes. And it's out of bounds. Penner into Giesbrecht. Here's Giesbrecht with a left-handed. Oh no, here comes they score again. As number 6, Tatenda Jura, stole that ball at half court, and she just walked in and with her right foot put it in the net. So it's 3-0 for the visiting Burman Bobcats, as Giesbrecht now having trouble trying to get past Walters. Giesbrecht brings it in back to a Penner. Penner left side. There's Penner. Being watched very closely by Walters. One thing about Burman, they've got a noisy bench. And a pretty good men's crowd as well. As Penner had it knocked out of bounds, and it'll go to Burman.
Right now it almost feels like a home game for Burman. They got the men rallying the girls, and then also their bench. Our bench kind of seems like maybe like a little bit of a funeral home over there. Don't hear much. And the Pilots boys team is trying to get the cheer, but they were drowned out by Burman.
I'm sure glad they didn't bring their band, Brad, or we'd be in trouble.
Yeah.
So we played 8 minutes in the first half. It's all Burman at 3-0. Penner into Pontes. There's Pontes. Has a shot go out. A couple players, and Burman puts it all the way down the floor. Nazanin goes into Giesbrecht. Here's Giesbrecht. Oh, she had it knocked away from her. Nazanin now pitch it on the right wing. Taken away by Burman. Everywhere that ball is, the Burman players seem to be. Now the Pilot crowd comes alive. But the ball goes over to Walters of Burman, out of bounds. The men's match, gold match, coming up at about 8 o'clock Mountain Time tonight, as the Pilots try to get something going offensively. There's Giesbrecht. She's being watched, and it's taken away by Burman. Now Moyer's on the floor. There's a pass cut off by Giesbrecht, as Kaneinabelt is ready to come in, and Pontes will sit down. Pontes, make that Kaneinabelt, Moyer. Also Giesbrecht. There's a shot toward the net of, oh, that was close. And Nazanin of the Pilots scoops it up and hands it to Penner. Here's Penner. Slowly up the court. Right foot on the ball. Now she's trying to pass it through to Moyer. Here's Moyer. And it's knocked out of bounds as we close in on the 10-minute mark here in the first half. There's the long pass right to Nazanin. Nazanin, the goalie. She'll throw it up here, not taken away though. And Penner just gets the big right foot in there and just kicks it out of bounds. There's the pass in front and kicked away. And chasing it down is McCarthy Burman. She puts it out of bounds, so it'll be ball coming into Moyer. Christina Moyer now hands it to Penner. Penner coming back to, it was Giesbrecht who fanned on it. Got the little toe on it, but it went out of bounds. Play is stopped. Looks like one of the Burman players didn't wait till the referee indicated she can advance the ball. And here we go. Giesbrecht now to Penner. There's Danny. Nice pass over here to Moyer. Moyer, but it's taken away from her. Now rebound. Giesbrecht shot it wide. Left foot on it. So the Pilots starting to get a few directed toward the Burman end, but look, here's Giesbrecht lets a shot go, and that's low along the floor and wide. Brianna Kaneinebelt, number 6 for the Pilots. She blew out her knee, and so she has lots and lots of arthritis, so that hampers her play. And of course, the Pilots are without 3 others, at least tonight. Jasmine DeBruin is sick, not able to be here. Also, Shanna Ip and Kate Murray not in the lineup. And of course, Esther Bowlesma, we told you about her not being able to be here as she's nursing a newborn. And so those ladies are certainly missed. Moyer working hard. And coming out to stop play was the keeper, Frey. So we're getting close to the 13-minute mark. We've played exactly half. The first half, you might say. As Murdoch back into the action, Moyer is there with Kaneinebelt and Penner. Here's Brianna trying to chase that ball across the court, and Murdoch is there. Here's Molly trying to advance the ball, which she does, trying to put it in front to Moyer, who's going toward the net, and the ball was knocked out of bounds. Here's Murdoch, puts it into Kaneinebelt, but it comes all the way out here to the scorer's table.
Like I said early in this game, it's 3-0. It feels like the Pilots got a little bit blitzed at the beginning. Burman had a couple of good chances that they were able to capitalize on, but the Pilots seem to be back into the game now. Hopefully can put one behind the keeper and get back into this game.
With 11 minutes and 30 seconds to play in the first half, as Brad mentioned, it's a 3-0 lead for Burman. As the Bobcats going back on the offense, then Kaneinebelt, nice work by Brianna for the Pilots to get the ball up the floor. Then she gives it a big boot down the court, and it's right on to Frey. I don't have 23 on the score sheet here. Can you guys check and see who's number 23 for Burman? No. Oh, okay. Must have changed that number then. Okay, very good. Thank you. There's Penner having trouble with the dribble. And it comes now to number 5, and that's Walters. Little over 10 minutes to go in the first half of play. It's all Burman so far offensively at 3-0. Canina Belt has it cut off by Walters. Up the wing to number 10, going right in. Oh, at the last second, Penner came back with a nice defensive play. So Penner to the rescue there. It looked like number 5 was going to have a clear shot at it.
Well, she kind of tied up with her down the floor, and then the goalie stuck out her left hand and was able to knock that ball wide.
Penner down that wing. And she stumbled, kind of tripped over the foot of McCarty, or she would have. Oh, it's a foul on White.
Good idea by Penner there, just kind of ripping down the wing, and Burman defenseman, as she was trying to take the ball away from her or stop her, kind of tripped her up. So a free kick here for Prairie.
Here's Danny with the shot. Oh, off the goaltender made a good glove save with the left hand, and it went off the goalpost.
A really nice shot, and like I said, we found out just before this game started that kick cannot go directly in, but if it tips off the goalie and goes in, then it does count. So if that Burman goalie wouldn't have got her hand on it, I think it would have found the top corner. Just a tough luck there for the Pilots.
Very close, just 2 or 3 inches away from the back of the net. Burman back on the offense. There's a shot. Molly blocks it, and Brianna Canina Belt will put it all the way down the floor. Join us every Tuesday at 12:30 and 6:30 for Richard Automotive Pilots post-game. We'll have some interviews with the girls and the guys. That's at 12:30 on 3hillsradio.com. 3hillsradio.com is the address. Here comes once again. Oh, Nazadine makes a good stop. As Burman looked like they had their 4th goal, but Nazadine was equal to the test. And they kick it up the floor now, and Penner will retreat.
Really nice stop there as Burman looked to take a 4-0 lead. You'd like to see maybe the Prairie goalie come out a little bit more to cut off the angle.
And for the first time since last Saturday, Bree Leaf is on the floor. That's good to see. Bree injured her ankle. She looks all set to go right now. Here's Penner. That's a shot. That's blocked by Burman defense. Moyer is there with it, and then the ball goes all the way down the floor the other way. With a little over 7 minutes to go in the first half, it's still 3-0 for Burman. Just in case you missed it yesterday, last night, it was the Pilots, the Lady Pilots, defeating Miller. And then the men of Prairie were able to defeat the Miller men last night 3-2. So Miller has gone home, and it's Burman as Moyer make that Murdoch breaking in. Now it's Bree Leaf, puts the left foot on it.
Last night the game that Prairie was able to edge 3-2. I feel that that was probably, of the games that I've seen, that was probably the best one. Fast pace, back and forth, and like I said, Prairie just escaped with a narrow 3-2 win. It'll be interesting to see what they can do after this game against the Burman. Like I said, I need to raise my voice. I'm having a hard time hearing myself over the Burman cheering.
Most of these kids are from the Caribbean islands and African American or Canadians, and so they have that spirit they're born with, and they can make noise. It sounds like about 100 of them, and there's only 7 or 8 of them over there. But I remember going to a half white, half black church up in Edmonton, and wow, the volume was something else. Love it.
You pair the men's team with the Burman bench, and boy, it's quite loud in here already.
So we're into the last 4 minutes, is it? Nope. Check that. 6 minutes and 10 seconds to play in the first half. Two referees dressed in all black tonight. One from Calgary and one from beautiful Sunny Slope, where land is almost, you can take it for free, almost. Here's Pontes back into the game for the Pilots. Pontes, Giesbrecht, Breeleaf, and Penner. Penner seldom sits down. Here's Giesbrecht trying to pick it up the court. Pontes was in there to try and get it. Pilots would love to get a goal or two before halftime. That would lift their spirit. Here's Pontes trying to get around the defender. Nice work there by Burman defense, and out they come on the left wing. And then Pontes comes back and just tips it out of bounds.
Really nice play there by Pontes. Like I said, another player that's small in stature, but boy, did she play great for the Pilots. Nice knock away. Burman to inbound now.
Burman on the inbounds, and Breeleaf kicks it away. There goes Giesbrecht down the wing, but here's Giesbrecht, scores! Goal for the Pilots from number 11, Trinice Giesbrecht. Just what we were talking about, Brad. Trinice Giesbrecht looked like she was going to be outdueled from the ball, but then here comes Burman again. Oh, it's just wide there. But she was able to get just a foot in there, and all of a sudden it found the back of the net.
Yeah, almost like the Burman defenseman and goalie weren't sure who was going to take it. Giesbrecht took the chance and was able to just slip it just in the goalie's arm.
Here's Giesbrecht again, but her shot was way high and wide. Down to 4 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the first half. Pilots have just cut into that lead, that 3-0 lead. As the Pilots have got some confidence when they were able to score. They were coming on a bit and missed a couple of chances. There's the shot right past Nazanin, who's had to fill in, of course. And we missed the other three gals that aren't able to join the team as well. Breeleaf to Pontes. Here's Pontes, right along the floor and wide. Breeleaf takes it away. Now to Pontes. Anna from Brazil. Now to Penner. Here's Penner to Pontes. Makes a shot, hits the side of the Burman goal. And Frey, right hand. She'll toss it up on the left side to, that is McCarty. McCarty now to Walters. Walters lost it out of bounds. Penner will inbounds for the Pilots. 2 minutes, 45 seconds to go in this first half. 3-1 Burman. Here's the pass to Penner. Penner lets a shot go. And that might have been a handball against Burman. So here comes Danny. She's got a great right-footed shot. Here she comes, whistle toots. And no, that's blocked. Back it comes to Penner. Penner gets another chance. And that's knocked away by the defense again. And Giesbrecht back to Penner. Over to Pontes. Pontes will put it back to Penner. Now to Pontes. Takes a shot, blocked by the defense of Burman. There's Penner trying to put it across to Giesbrecht. Now to Brianna. And Giesbrecht lost it. And down that right but it's taken away by Pontes. Now to Giesbrecht, but G kicked it out of bounds. With 90 seconds to go on the scoreboard clock here in the first half. 3-1 for Burman.
In this first half, I've already tallied 7 blocks for Burman and 5 for Prairie. So as Prairie was blitzed early with Burman's 3 goals, they've been energized by that goal they were able to put on the scoreboard. And like I said, both teams having a hard time getting a shot on the net.
Pontes goes down, and she is helped to her feet by one of the Burman players. Less than a minute to go in this first half. Pilots would love, if they could, get another goal. Here's Giesbrecht. She'll roll it to the goalie. Burman with it. And it goes out of bounds. So the Pilots with 30 seconds to go. No. Is it going to be? No, it's Burman's ball. Burman in their white uniforms. And the ball is going to go out of bounds in the Pilots' territory. Still Burman in control. And out of bounds it is, and the Pilots will get it. With now, that'll probably take us to the end of our first half. If Brianna can put it down to Pontes, but at the end of our first half of play, the score, Burman 3 and the Pilots 1. And Brad has a look at the shots and blocks in that first half. So the men's contest coming up at about 8 o'clock Mountain tonight.
Okay, so those stats in the first half. Burman at halftime leads 3-1. The shots on goal for Burman was 9, and they had 7 blocks to go alongside that. Prairie only had 4 shots, but were able to get 1 behind the goalie, and they also pair that with 5 blocks. So that's where we stand after one half. We'll be back with you in a couple minutes to describe the second half. As here we are just about to start the second half. At halftime, it is 3 goals for Burman and just 1 for the Prairie Pilots. Hopefully the Pilots can come back here, get one early, and make this a tight game. Like I said, it felt like Burman just kind of blitzed the Pilots early. They had 3 goals, I think, before 5 minutes was even gone in the first half. So we'll have to see how Prairie can respond. They did seem to get a little energy from that first goal. As we're about to kick off, I believe it will be the Pilots to kick off first. As we're just about to kick off for the second half. Pontes at center. She will kick it across to as Burman now knocking it to the side. And the ball goes out of bounds. Prairie to inbound. Knocks that ball out of bounds. Burman now to inbound. That will be number 3. McCarthy to inbound. She kicks it a long kick, blocked by Penner. And now Burman takes over. Now Molly Murdoch. Good work to block that shot as Prairie now will inbound just in front of the Burman bench. Stolen by Burman. On to Pontes on the far side of the Ardak. And now she will inbound as it was knocked away by a Burman defenseman. And now back here to Penner. She'll slowly dribble. Long kick, blocked by Burman, out of bounds. Penner again to inbound for Prairie. And she'll put it across to Giesbrecht. Back to Penner, but that goes out of bounds once again. And now it will be, again, McCarty for the Burman Bobcats to kick it in. Long pass. And Burman tries to kick it. Pontes trying to step in front, and now she does. Down that wing she comes. And knocked away by Burman. Good defensive play there by the Bobcats. And now Giesbrecht to Pontes. The kick again, once again blocked by the Bobcats. Pontes still fighting hard. Back to Penner. At center. And that will go out of bounds. Turn it over to the Burman Bobcats. Once again, McCarthy to inbound. That will go all the way down. And the Prairie goaltender will take over from there. Nanzanine from Calgary. He rolls out to Giesbrecht, who slowly crosses half court. Kicks it across to Penner. She'll dribble. Blocked by a Burman defenseman and now out of bounds. There's Giesbrecht to inbound. She'll put it back to Penner. She surveys the scene looking for a person to pass to. Giesbrecht kicks it across, knocked away by Burman, and now they take control. And a good job by Molly to knock that ball out of bounds. Murdoch, a nice play there. Once again, it will be McCarty to inbound. Long kick up down the side, taken over by Burman. Now Pontes steals. And Joe diving here in front of our, right in front of our bench here. Thankfully she's okay. She is going to sub out, but it looks like she's no worse for the wear. And now Pontes' shot blocked away by Burman. Here's Giesbrecht, back to Penner. She wires just wide of the net. A good idea there from the point, but just wide. And now it will be the Bobcats. Bringing it up the wing right in front of us, but out of bounds. And now here is Penner to inbound. Penner across to Giesbrecht, number 11 of the Pilots, trying to track it down. And it went out of bounds. So Burman will take over at about center. And now nice play by Giesbrecht to knock it away. But once again out of bounds, it will be McCarty to inbound for the Bobcats. Shot there at the top all the way across. Here is Burman with it. Back to McCarty. And she kicks it out of bounds. So it will be back to the Pilots. 4 minutes gone. 3-1 Burman so far. The floor would seem to be a little bit tilted in that first 5 minutes, and that's where Burman was able to take a 3-1 lead. Prairie seemed to balance back and was able to get one late in the first half, and that's where we stand at 3-1. Long shot blocked by Burman. And all the way down. And Penner will let it go to the goaltender, Nazanin. Nazanin now will roll it up to number 11. That is Giesbrecht. Giesbrecht looking for a player to pass to. She'll go across court to Penner. Now down the wing, trying to find her teammate, but was unable to. That was Moyer. And Moyer goes down the wing now. She'll get the ball back. That ties up with the Burman defenseman. They both go down. Burman now takes over. Here's the Bobcats coming down the wing on a chance. Just hit the side of the net. Good job by Nazanin to cut off the angle there. And that shot just went wide. And now it's Penner. She'll bring that ball up the floor, dribbling it. Now stolen by Burman. They're going to try to get another breakaway down the wing. Here's a chance. Oh, and once again, number 14, that was just shot wide. Better, yeah. Sorry, having issues with some of the Burman names. And now Giesbrecht in right in front of us. Tied up by a Burman defenseman. Keeps the ball in. Nice play. But taken by Burman. They'll kick it into Prairie zone. Knocked out of bounds, and now it will go to Prairie. Almost 6 minutes gone. Still 3-1 here, Burman. Bobcats lead. Long kick by the Pilots. That ball comes over here to number 7. That isn't on my score sheet. All right, we are having issues. Some of the numbers are not matching the players on the floor. That doesn't help. But Penner to Giesbrecht. She'll take a kick down to Moyer. Tips it towards the net. Knocked away out of bounds by a Burman defenseman. That will be Prairie now in the zone. To kick it in. Okay. McCann from Isabel, Philippines was the player. And now a 2-on-0 for Burman. A kick. Oh, just was not able to control it. And that ball thankfully went wide for the Prairie Pilots. And now Giesbrecht to bring it up. Slowly she dribbles to half court. Puts it down here for Pontes. Kicked away and stolen. That is number 7. McCann. Right in. Nice play by Nazanin of the Prairie goaltender. Knocked that ball wide. And now it will be the Bobcats to inbound the ball. Or to kick it in. As she kicks it in and all the way across and pops out of bounds at half court. So the ball will go back to the Pilots. They will kick it in at about half court. Once again, it will be across here to Giesbrecht. Back to Penner. She's a long kick just wide of the net. And now the goaltender will slide that ball up to Burman. That was Odong, and now it will be McCarty to inbound. Tied up there, number 5. That is Walters. And she just booted the ball wide of the net. Now it is Nazanin to take over. She'll roll it up to Penner. Penner will look up court, trying to find a teammate. As this is now across to Cananabel, she checks in for the Prairie Pilots for the first time in the second half. Nice block there by Penner. Moyer chasing it down the wing. Knocked out of bounds by the Bobcats. So Prairie will have a kick in from in the Burman zone. Long kick, just hit the side of the net. Boy, from here it almost looked like it went in, but no, the side of the net. And now it will be a corner kick for the Pilots. And it is now back here. Oh, they got rolled to a teammate, and she picked it up, I think, thinking that it was going to be a kick from there, and then it was knocked out of bounds. So now that ball turns over to Burman. Long kick up the wing. Comes to the Pilots at center. Stolen now. Here comes the Bobcats. Long shot on. Nice stop by Nazanin as number 10 for Burman, Helen O'Dong, had a chance. But a good save there by Nazanin. And now, once again, McCarty seems to take all the kick-ins, or the ball goes out of bounds. Here she is again. Another kick to the middle. Through Nazanin's legs and into the net. Burman takes a 4-1 lead. Once again, like we mentioned in the first half, the ball cannot go directly into the net, but it went between the beat Nazanin 5-hole, and Burman takes a 4-1 lead with about 10 minutes gone in this second half. And now a steal here by Burman. And now it was a foul orange. And now McCarty, just inside half court, has a free kick for Burman. She will take one right on the net. Comes right to Nazanin, and she gets it out. Trying to quickly roll it up, but stolen by the Bobcats. And then knocked out of bounds. It's the Bobcats' ball. McCarty once again to kick that in. She'll kick it in right to the middle. Straight in, but it's not a goal. Everybody's cheering, but no, that is not a goal as it went directly in. It's called an indirect kick, and it has to touch a player. The last shot hit the goaltender and went in. That counts, but that shot doesn't. So now Penner for the Pilots will take over. Put it across to Moyer. Moyer not able to get it, and the Bobcats, McCarty will kick that in. 14 minutes to go. 4-1 Burman leads still. As that ball going down the wing and kicked out of bounds, Pilots will take over. And that is Cananabelt to inbound to Penner. She'll take that just in front of, about 5 feet in front of her goaltender. Now up to the three-point line in her own zone. Tries to come right in front of us and knocks it out of bounds. And now once again, McCarty will inbound for the Bobcats. Kick to the middle, knocked away by Cananabel. Good play on the defense. Oh, another way, a good play there by Cananabel as she knocked that out of bounds. And now once again, McCarty to kick it in for Burman. That's a long kick right in front, all the way to the goaltender, Nana Zanin, and she was able to get that and roll it to Penner. Penner now off court. He kicks long, kick to Moyer. Nice pass. Moyer a long shot, and unfortunately that shot just went wide as she did look like she had the goalie beat. And now it is a kick in for Prairie. Kick to the middle, blocked out of bounds once again by Burman, knocking that ball wide. Pilots inbound, back to Penner. That ball knocked away from her, and once again out of bounds. Prairie will take it back at half court. And now Giesbrecht all the way, that was Giesbrecht with a long shot wide, almost a 2 in the hoop down there at the far side. And Moyer now. Standing in front, good play, she seals it. Giesbrecht trying to get it. Moyer now a chance. Oh, just blocked away by the Burman defenseman. There, and Moyer, nice work by her. Boy, using every chance she has to knock that ball away. But it will be Burman now to the Bobcats to inbound. And that will be McCarty. He'll take a long kick to the middle. Knocked down again by Moyer. Good work by her on this shift. And now McCarty. Watched by Moyer again. McCarty. And then Moyer knocks it away. Burman steals at half court. Two players come together. Taken over there now by the Bobcats. McCarty. Now watched by Moyer once again. And that is number 6, Jura, for the Bobcats. And McCarty to kick it in again here. Long kick all the way to the wing. Just as the Bobcats tried to direct that ball to the net, it went out of bounds. And that will be Prairie's ball. Ball rolled to Penner. She'll go across. Now to Leaf. But she's just checked in again here. First time for her in the second half. Leaf now kicked from center. And just over the crossbar. She was able to kick that ball really well from half court, just over the net. And here are the Bobcats knocking the ball out of bounds. Turn it over to Penner. She will kick it in once again. She'll kick it to Leaf. Leaf trying to get it to Giesberg or Fontes. Long shot. And boy, she had looked like Murdoch down there open. Just wasn't able to find her with the kick. Fontes now knocked it away. Here comes the Burman Bobcats. Oh, and that ball just knocked out of bounds. That was number 7, Donna McCam of the Bobcats. It will be once again McCarty to kick it in for Burman down in the deep in the Prairie zone. Kicked up top, shot wide, and then knocked out of bounds. Ball will stay with Burman. It will stay with Burman. And that once again will be McCarty. About 9.5 minutes to go. Still 4-1 Burman leads. Steal by Pontes. She has a chance for a breakaway with Murdoch. Trying to get it to Murdoch. Now she kicks. And a good job by the Burman defenseman to get all the way back. Good hustle. Ball comes to the middle. Kicked once again. A couple of girls tie up with it. Nobody can get it towards the net. And it'll bounce now back out to half court. Penner will track it down. She goes down the wing down to Murdoch. Murdoch blocked by the McCarty there, and she'll knock that out of bounds. So chance for the Pilots to inbound that ball, kick it in. And here now, Penner tried to take a shot. That was blocked by number 5, Walters. And now Penner another long shot, by about 3 or 4 feet over top of the net. So that will turn it back to Burman. Goaltender will look to find a player to roll it to. And now that is Walters at center. Tied up. Penner, a long shot. And that'll win all the way against the wall, and it will be goalie ball. It will, yes. The goaltender will take over for Burman. And now here they come the Bobcats. Once again, knocked out of bounds. 8 minutes to go. Stay tuned after this game, the men's game. It will be the Prairie Pilots versus the Burman Bobcats as well. So here is a play up here to McCann. Knocked away by the Pilots. Back to center. Chance for a 2-on-1. Here comes McCann. Oh, a nice sliding play there by Penner. Great defensive play. She slid, getting the ball before the player, and that means it wasn't a free kick. Could have been a chance for a penalty kick there, but a great play by Penner to slide in front and knock that ball out of bounds. Once again, McCarty inbound, blocked by Penner. Ball rolls back to center. McCann will track it down. And with 7:20 to go, they're just trying to find the ball under the. That ball has gone under there and had a hard time. I think we had to actually find a second ball in one of the earlier game. And that ball deflected by a Burman defenseman out of bounds. So this will be Bree Leaf. Bree across to Penner. Oh, a shot just wide of the Burman net. And now up here to McCann. McCann stolen by Ponte. But now McCann right in front of us, knocked out of bounds by Bree Leaf. And now it will be once again McCarty to inbound. 4-1. Burman still leading this game. Only one goal scored in the second half, and that was by the Burman Bobcats. Here's a chance for Murdoch. Murdoch, a good play by McCarty of the Burman team to knock that ball out of bounds. And now it will be Leaf to inbound. Leaf back to Penner at the point. She gives it back to Leaf. Long kick blocked away by McCarty into the corner. Be a kick in or a corner. Looks like just a kick in there. And now back to Penner, long shot. Once again blocked by McCarty. As Penner got a lot on that, and she held her stomach for a second in a little bit of pain, but seems to be okay. And now here comes McCam, but knocked away by Bree Leaf, just as she was trying to get a chance on the net. And it's Donna McCam. And now McCarty to inbound, long shot across. And knocked into the net. Bounced off a Burman player, a Prairie player, and then found the net behind Nazanin as Burman with 5.5 minutes to go will take a 5-1 lead.
So as Brad mentioned, we're in the final stages of the second half, and Burman has stretched that lead to 5-1. The Pilots have come close, numerous chances, but just couldn't beat the goalkeeper. And Burman now coming down, looking for more, as Murdoch on the defense. And now the ball goes out of bounds as Pontes hit the hardwood there.
Pontes working hard. And now Penner right in front of her netminder will bring the ball up. Dribbling it, trying to move past the Burman defenseman. Did make the move, but Burman got the foot in there to knock that ball out of bounds. Have just about 4.5 minutes to go. As Giesbruck now to Penner at the out center court. Back to Giesbruck. They'll play catch. Back and forth they go. Now Burman with a steal. At center, here they come. On the far side, that's number 4 just checking in. Kapanek. And now once again, in that far side of the yard act, it will be McCarty to kick that ball in. Kicks it. Nice block there by Giesbruck. Directed at the net, but just wide of the Prairie net. 4 minutes to go now here in our second half. Burman Bobcats 5, Prairie Pilots 1. Here comes Penner. Tries to make a move around defenseman, slide it up the wing. Pontes unable to track that down, and the ball will go back to the Bobcats. And once again, McCarty to kick that in. Here at center, Giesbruck. Oh, almost into the second deck here at the Ardak, and just short of that. McCarty now to inbound. She'll put it across, kicked up the center, stolen by Pontes to the Pilots. Now here's Giesbruck down the wing. Long kick, and just unable. She got a lot on the shot, but just unable to put it on the net. So once again, with about 3 minutes to go here in the second half, Burman still leads 5-1. They've scored 2 goals, had 3, it was 3-1 at halftime. Scored 2 goals here in the second half to take this 5-1 lead. And now back to Penner. She'll slide it across here to Pontes, trying to go back to Penner. Stolen by Burman. Now Pontes, shot on, blocked once again. I think McCarty herself has probably 6 or 7 blocks as she stood in front of the net, almost as another keeper. So it will be knocked out of bounds, and it looks like it will be the Pilots, and that will be the Pilots inbounding, but knocked away once again. So another inbound. I think that is Molly Murdoch. It's hard to see down the side between all the players and coaches and everything, but not once again. Knocked out, and it will be Murdoch inbound to kick that in. She drops it to Pontes. Back to Murdoch. Kick shot, and just unfortunately wide of the net. 2 minutes to go here in the second half. 5-1, the Bobcats still lead. Haul the ball all the way back to Nazanin. She'll roll it to Penner. Penner now trying to get past the defenseman, stolen by Burman. Here comes number 14. They don't have that on the score sheet either. But Nazanin with a nice stop. Slid all the way up to Pontes. She makes a nice play around. Here's Giesbruck trying to take a shot. Burman defenseman stepped in front and stolen. Now both girls go to the floor. And a shot just wide by Pontes. The referee was standing in front of my vision. I had a hard time seeing what happened, but And now Burman will take a timeout with exactly 1 minute to go here in the second half, as Burman Bobcats still lead 5-1.
They certainly do here, Brad. And don't forget the men's game coming up at about 8 o'clock Mountain Time. Glad to have you with us. And if you want to text us, that's at 403-443-0249. 403-443-0249. We'd love to find out where you're listening and watching in tonight on this beautiful, mild Saturday evening in Three Hills, Alberta at Prairie College with PAC Futsal.
So as coaches give both teams final instructions for this last about 90 seconds or so. Yes, 93 seconds left in this second half. Burman still with a 4-goal lead, as they have played well, kind of blitzed the Prairie players early, got that 3-0 lead, and have not looked back since then. Prairie able to add one late in the second half, but that was all they've been able to put behind the Burman keeper so far. McCarty, shot blocked by Giesbruck all the way down to the end, and that will be given to the keeper. And here comes Burman now. She'll take a long throw to center court, headed on by to Penner, now stolen, but knocked out of bounds. The ball will go to Penner, as number 8, Odong, knocked that ball out of bounds. Now Penner. She will slide it over, knocked away by Odong. Back to Penner. She'll kick it across and knock it here to the scorer's table, as we have 70 seconds to go here in the second half. And a nice there header by Giesbruck, and then also by Penner. Giesbruck, a nice steal with Pontes. She'll slide it to Pontes. Pontes making a move around the defenseman. She'll kick it back to Penner, who slides it down to Giesbruck. And now stolen there by number 7 of Burman. That's McCam. And now out of bounds. 50 seconds to go. Long kick. Kicked by the goalie to her defenseman. And now McCam trying to slide it up. Good play there by Prairie to step in front of that. Pass, or it could have been a breakaway. Here's Burman on the Bobcats. Penner knocking it out of bounds right in front of her bench. So we have 33 seconds to go. Burman again, the Bobcats lead 5-1. And now McCarty will kick it in for Burman. Long kick, just wide of the Nazanin and the net. And Nazanin will now take it over. She will slide it up the floor to Penner. Penner now dribbling to half court. Across the Prairie Pilot flow roll. She'll step into the second half. And now taking it here by McCarty. She's got a couple of wingers with her. Here comes Odong. Odong trying to put the there, as Burman able to score another goal. As that was Walters who slid the ball past Burman with only 16 seconds to go. And now Pontes, a long kick right on, saved by the goaltender. As we're ticking down the time here in the second half. Only 5 seconds remaining. Burman with a 6th goal here, about 10 seconds to go. And long kick all the way up, knocked away once again by Penner. And this will just about do it. McCarty will inbound the ball. He will kick it towards the net. And that is about going to do it. I don't know if that goal counted. It ended up in the net, but really doesn't matter here, as the Burman ladies defeat Prairie 6-1. So like we said, at 8 o'clock tonight, it will be the men's turn to take their turn and try to take the trophy. Burman now ends the game, even though it ended up in the Prairie net. It was passed as the buzzer sounded, so it is a 6-1 final here. We'll give it a second here just to pick the MVPs of the game. Okay, so it's both
On behalf of Prairie College and the PAC League, I'd like to congratulate both teams on good games this past weekend. Give a round of applause to our players. Can I get the captain from Burman to come up and accept your PAC Championship Futsal trophy? And our MVP of the game goes to Burman's number 3, Jackie McCarty. Burman Bobcats, please come grab your winning t-shirts here. And stay tuned for the men's game coming up at 8.
So Burman now with their trophy and now with getting their championship shirts as they've taken this game. Stay tuned, as in about 25 minutes time, we will join you again to bring the men's game as the Prairie Pilots will face the Burman Bobcats. Men's side coming up in about 25 minutes. We'll join you in about 20 minutes or so to describe that action and get you prepped for that game.